Findlay Oilers, stepping up to Division I with Ohio this season. Here's Sam Towns out top, trying to pass it. Going to be taken away by Fudge. Bounce pass. Gaines! And a monster one-handed jam at the other end. How about the hops for Eric Gaines? It's 14-0 LSU.
Well, the length of Fudge made the steal. Then he made the good feed to give it up early to Gaines, and he just dunked it in the basket. Wow.
Bobcats get it down underneath. Shot going to be blocked. A.J. Clayton couldn't connect. LSU gets in there, swats the shot away. It's out of bounds. Nope, they're going to say a whistle and a foul. This LSU going to give it to Tari Eason. Looked like a pretty clean block. Maybe got him with a body.
Well, Chris, this LSU team has just swarmed this Ohio U team. The defense, the deflections, the length. Ohio U's, they're wondering themselves where are they going to get a basket from.
7 minutes, 19 seconds into this ball game, they are scoreless. Vanderplas takes it in the right corner after checking back in. Fires a pass in the lane to Carter. His layup with the left hand, left side won't go. Days clears the board. Here comes LSU. Eason bounces it off his foot. Inadvertently lands right into the hands of the Bobcats. Vanderplas fakes the three, now puts it on the floor. Pass over to Smock, his deep three, back of the flange, won't go. Rebound fought for. Days diving on the floor, keeps it alive, gets it to Alec Fudge, who'll hand it off to Eric Gaines. Tigers with the basketball. Days top, decides to launch a three. Off to the left, no good. Smock with the rebound for the Bobcats. Looks down the floor, crosses the timeline, picked up by Xavier Pinson. Bounce pass on the short hop, handled by Roderick. Get it in the hands of Vanderplas, backing in midway up the left block, gets into the paint. Pass out right wing to Roderick, now back to Vanderplas. Set shot three, no good. Rebound comes off to the left. Off balance is Roderick, couldn't hold on to it. Out of bounds, it'll be LSU ball. Timeout on the floor. 11:44 to go.
They're switching everything, switching ball screens, switching interchanges. They're there every time on the catch. They're down in a stance. They're not allowing dribble penetration. And they're doing all of this, Chris, without fouling carelessly or needlessly. It's really, really fun to watch.
LSU out-rebounding the Bobcats early on, 11-5 as we resume action. Pinson going to work it up against Smock. Stops at the free throw line. Had the ball taken away. Smock with the steal. Passes into the front court. Three ball by Sears won't go, but there's the finish by Carter. And at the 11:27 mark, the Bobcats are on the board. It'll make it 14-2 LSU. Those offensive rebounds leading to points. Here's Murray. Steps in the lane, now gets it to Days. Days bumped along the baseline. He'll be fouled. Let's see if it's on the floor or in the act of shooting. I think Tony Green indicated it was on the floor. Our officials tonight, again, a veteran crew, our crew chief. Longtime SEC official Tony Green, Owen Short, and Garrick Shannon in the black and white stripes.
I've known Tony Green so long I've seen his hair turn gray.
Inbounds, it comes to Eason. Little spin move in the lane, goes up, slams it down. 16-2. LSU extends the lead.
Off the inbounds play, nice inbounds play to get Eason right under the basket.
Carter, skip pass over the defense into the right corner. Roderick gets it up top to Sears. Sears been quiet. Here's a crossover. Nice move into the paint. Goes up, dishes it off nicely. Vanderplas misses on the lay-in. Second effort won't go, but Sears keeps it alive for the Bobcats. Sears stops at the free throw line, spins, nowhere to go with it, but out top to Carter. Smock puts it on the deck. Back to Sears right side. Sears in the lane. Trying to go up with the left hand. Going to be fouled and falls hard to the floor. Appears to be all right. It'll be Amwani Wilkinson picking up the foul. Unfortunately, that will be number 3 on Wilkinson, who had to come over with help defense. But that will send Mark Sears to the line again, leading this team with 16 points a game. Prepped at Hargrave Military in Virginia. Had a season-high 27 points earlier against Belmont. And was the MAC Player of the Week just a couple of weeks ago, November 16th. But the free throw will not go. 88% on the year, but that one too long. As Wilkinson will check out with that third personal foul. We'll see Alex Fudge on the floor again.
Well, the switching defense, it looked like Sears, when he gets the switch he wants or feels comfortable with, he's just committed to putting his head down and driving it to the rim.
Left-handed free throw is good. He hits 1 of 2. That'll make it 16-3. 10.5 to go in the first half. Eason to Pinson. He'll cross the timeline. Xavier along with Tari, Alex Fudge, Brandon Murray, and Darius Days on the floor for LSU. Zone defense here by Ohio. They get it into Eason. Quick pass back out to Murray. 3-ball right of the arc is good. Eason loved his cool, calm demeanor. Took the high post entry and right back to Murray, setting up for the 3. It's 19-3 LSU. Pinson with quick hands deflects the pass out of bounds. They were trying to get Smock out wide. And again, that's what's great about Xavier Pinson. Eric Gaines, you talked about when those two are on the floor, they are absolute nuisance to opposing teams just with their quick hands, guarding on the ball and battling for every pass that goes in the air.
And they're playing good defense, putting a lot of pressure without fouling carelessly and needlessly, and that's extremely important.
Sears with a 3 left corner. Nice penetration by Smock. Got it out in the corner. Open look. Couldn't finish. Rebound down to LSU. 19-3. 9:32 to go in the first half. Pinson plays off the screen from Eason. Now we'll put it on the deck. Drive hard. Right-handed layup. Good. Great elevation. Exploding off the floor, Xavier Pinson. He now has 4. That'll make it 21-3 LSU. Carter shut off by Days. He'll get it out top. Smock with a deep 3. Drains the bottom of the net from about 24 feet out. Smock some kind of fired up. Gets his first bucket of the night. Makes it 21-6 LSU. And Smock still yelling out there.
That was a 25-foot shot. Just a great shot by Smock. I mean, he was. If that's the kind of shot Ohio's got to make to have a chance, then they have no chance.
Here's the switch. They try to double team Pinson. He finds Eason, who jams it down underneath. 23-6. LSU will take that all night long. Pinson's too experienced to fall for that one. They tried the quick trap up top. He knew he had numbers with Eason. Sears. Fadeaway jumper, in and out, won't go. Rebound tapped around, picked up by Murray for LSU. 8:25 to go. First half, 23-6 LSU in front. Pinson, deep 3, going to be short off the rim, bounce over the backboard, out of bounds. It'll go to Ohio with 8:18 to go here in the first half. See Eric Gaines check back on the floor. Alex Fudge will have a seat. Tigers go a little smaller here, as Gaines will join Pinson, Murray, Eason, and Days on the floor.
Well, it's a lineup that's made to switch because all these guys are about the same height, give or take an inch or two. It's a great defense to switch everything, which has caused tremendous problems for Ohio.
Brown between the circles, dribbling with the right hand. Stops on the dribble, gets it off to Sears. Sears cut off, trying to drive. Now he'll get it back to Brown. Brown driving baseline. Pass over in the left corner. Vanderplas fakes the shot, brings it back up top to Sears. 1 on the shot clock. 3 is good. And Mark Sears, who on the season shoots 50% from downtown, hits a big 3. Make it 23-9. Murray wanting to answer from the left corner. Won't go. Weak side rebound to Carter. Here comes Sears working it up the front court. In traffic, pull-up jumper, SEC logo, teardrop shot is good. It's 23-11. Not sure Will Wade wanted that last shot.
A little quick, I think, Chris, and Sears again has penetrated. That's what he's made up his mind to do, is just drive the ball. He got by our defenders and just hit a teardrop right in the middle of the lane.
Days, 3-ball, back iron won't go. Rebound to Brown out on the left side. They'll work it up for Ohio, throw it to Sears. Sears between the leg dribble. Now didn't want to pass, but did so. Eason will take it away. Eason behind the back. One-handed jam. Hey now. That's a Sports Center top 10.
Yeah, that's a real creative move there, I may say.
Sam Towns misses on the bunny shot underneath, went around the rim and rolled out. Rebound to LSU, 25-11. Everybody's still trying to take in that move by Eason. Here's the pass from Pinson, deflected off the hands of Sears into the crowd, and we'll hit a timeout. 6:29 to go first half. LSU still leads big, 25-11. Immediately goes to work on the right baseline, spinning, gets it back out to Gaines. Takes the three-point shot. He'll go back with a bounce pass to Reed on the right block. Turnaround jump hook, a little long, comes off left side. Weak side rebound to Roderick. Tries to get it in bounds. Keep it in bounds. Pinson with the steal. Out to Gaines. 3 ball, going to be off. Days had a hand on it. Now picked up in the lane. Ben Roderick had it, but fell down. Traveling is the call. It'll be LSU basketball.
Wow, a lot of activity in that particular sequence right there.
All within about a 20-foot space.
Yeah, Reed looks like he's really more comfortable turning, shooting with that left hand baby hook as opposed with the right hand a lot of times.
Tigers will put it in play underneath their basket. Gaines looking inside. Bounce pass. Gets it to Darius Days. Spin. Jump hook is good from the left side. Tough shot. Tough angle. But Darius Days puts it in. His first bucket of the night comes at the 5:57 mark, but extends the LSU lead 27-11.
It was a well-executed inbounds play and got the ball to Darius Days where he can score it right there around the goal.
Sears to Vanderplas. Bounce pass into the corner. Carter with his back to the basket. Now here comes the double team. Skip pass over the top. Roderick fakes the 3. Steps to his left. The left-hander delivers another 3, but an air ball out of bounds. It'll be LSU basketball with 5:33 to go as Alex Fudge going to check in. Brandon Murray will have a seat.
Well, Roderick has demonstrated 3 times why he's an 18% three-point shooter. And he keeps shooting it. Good for LSU. Good for us.
Gaines going to work it up. Try to trap in the backcourt. Quickly gets it off to Days. LSU breaks the timeline. Gaines now scanning the defense, gets it over to Pinson, back to Eric. Thought about a 3, but now will feed. High post to Reed. Pass right side to Pinson. In the corner, bounce pass Days. Back to the basket. Days working in. Gets a step. Goes up strong off the glass and in. Great move individually by Darius Days. Quickly, he now has 4 points, and it's 29-11 LSU.
Days was 1 for 10 from the 3 in the Emerald Coast Classic. Nice making baskets close to the goal. Give him some confidence. Then he can move out and hit the 3.
A.J. Clayton going to launch a quick 3 right wing. It will not go. LSU crowding around the rim, gets the rebound. Gaines under the basket, out to Pinson. His 3 comes off hot of the rim. Gaines trying to save it in bounds. May have had possession with his feet on the end line. It'll go back to Ohio with 4:37 to go. But again, the energy, the ability for LSU to go after every basketball that gets loose on the floor has been part of what has impressed most people about this squad so far this year. There is never any letdown, regardless of where they are on the floor.
Well, in this first 16 minutes of the game, I'm trying to figure out an area where you can attack LSU, where they're weak, and I don't really see one, and it's difficult to really find a spot where they're vulnerable.
Backdoor cut to Miles Brown. He tried to dish it off left side. The shot going to be blocked in there on the attempt by Clayton. Here comes Pinson. To the free throw line, off to Eason. The 3 a little off to the right. Rebound picked up. Smock going to pick it up. He's going to lead the break. Eason trying to keep up with him and blocks it from behind, out of bounds on the lay-in attempt. Great timing by Eason. Smock tried to stutter step, get Eason to go by, but Eason put on the brakes. And when Smock tried to lay it up from the right side, Eason timed it perfectly. Another block for this LSU defense. It'll be Ohio ball with 4:05 remaining.
Well, we talk about the length of LSU, and I've said it several times that you don't coach length, you recruit it, and Will Wade's done an excellent job of recruiting length on this basketball team.
Sears takes it in the left corner. Here's the double team. Out to Clayton. Quick catch and shoot. No good. Rebound fought for. Tapped out of bounds. Tony Green says it will stay with Ohio. We hit the final media time out of the first half. 3:57 remaining. LSU up 29 in the ATL. LSU leading big early. Ohio just trying to maybe control the pace of this game, John Brady, as LSU relentless to start this contest up and down the floor.
Well, they just want to get it workable at the halftime, and workable for them would be 12 or 14. But, I don't have much of a job tonight, Chris, because all I have to say is Ohio's 4 for 27 from the floor.
Vanderplas with the air ball shot. Gaines trying to go coast to coast. His shot blocked in there by Carter. Picked up by Sears, who will bring it back for the Bobcats the other way. Vanderplas, quick pass, Carter. Ball fake, free throw line. Gets it to Smock. Deep 3. Off the right side of the rim and into the hands of Tari Eason. LSU will control Pass to Pinson far side. Pinson waits on the screen from Eason. Now pass into the corner to Fudge. Fudge thought Eason, or rather Pinson, was going to break, and Smock anticipated it. Takes the steal. Bobcats with the ball. Pass into the right corner to Clayton. Back up top, Sears. Three ball hits nothing but the backboard. Rebound, Tari Eason. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Been that kind of night for Ohio. As John just mentioned, they're 4 for 29, make them 4 for 30.
Well, I think they're just unsettled. I think the start of the game unsettled them so much they're missing shots that they normally maybe make.
Gaines thought about it, now decides on the deep three around the rim. It comes off to the left. Rebound in the hands of A.J. Clayton. Here's Smock, works it down middle of the floor, picked up by Pinson. Clayton left wing, gets it to Sears. He decides to launch the three, and Sears knocks it down from the left corner. Sears now with 9 points. That'll make it 29-14.
He is the only player that looks like he can score against this LSU defense.
Pinson, pass out to Eason, open for three. His three comes off hot, the back iron. Sears with a rebound, pushes it down the center of the floor, stops at the free throw line, gets underneath into the paint, pass to Vanderplas. Nice ball fake. Extra pass out to Sears, top of the key. Another pass over to Clayton. He'll step back. Right wing three is good. And the Bobcats with back-to-back triples makes it 29-17. And to your point, Coach, trying to make it workable here, headed down the final stretch of the first half.
Well, LSU's got a little impatient on offense. Settling for the three a little too early. I like them inside out. That's what Will Wade wanted to do. They've gotten away from that the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Gaines.
Another three.
Step back three, and it's no good. LSU stone cold from downtown, 2 of 13 tonight. Really not driving the ball deep after starting the game going to the rack. 29-17, LSU's lead now is only 12. Carter, left corner, working against Gaines. Skip pass over the defense. Vanderplas, another cross-court pass. Here's Smock in the lane. Three ball going to be up and in by A.J. Clayton. That'll make it 29-20 now. They've cut the lead to single digits with back-to-back-to-back threes. Give them their, without question, the majority of those in and around the basket. Days to put it in play. Pinson will have it. Clock begins to move. 1 minute, 5 seconds before halftime. Pinson working with Gaines, Reed, Murray, and the aforementioned Darius Days. Pinson guarded by Smock. Fights through the screen. Efton sets it again. Pinson down the lane, had the ball stripped, got it back. Whips a pass over to Gaines in the right corner. 8 on the shot clock. Eric puts a foot down, drives baseline, hangs up in the air, out to Days. Three from the left corner. Good! Darius Days open for three. His first make from downtown. He's 1 of 4 tonight, but a big three-point bucket make it 32-20. Here's Carter. Got to the rim, missed on the shot, got his own rebound, spins on the right block, puts it off the glass and in. 32-22, LSU by 10.
Carter caught the switch on Gaines. That was a 6'7", 6'8" guy against a 6'2" guy, and he just drove him to the rim and laid it in.
Final 12 seconds of the first half. LSU with a chance for a final look. Gaines to Days with 5. Goes up, hangs in the air, shot, bounces off the rim to the left, but he draws the foul, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. Again, the rapid pace that LSU came out with. Ohio quickly 5 and 16 fouls. They've been much better against some of that due to the quick shots from downtown for LSU. But early on, it looked like LSU was going to shoot 15 or more free throws in the first half. Bobcats doing a much better job down the stretch. Days free throw up and in.
Well, you can tell they're a well-coached team. They stayed with what they do. They were patient. And they've gotten themselves back into this game a little bit. I mean, if we make it here, it's a 12-point game at the half.
Carter picked up his second personal, again the team's 6th, after 5 quick ones to start this game. Day's second free throw, spins the bill, and it's good. 34-22, 3 seconds, thrown down into the front court. Days will take it away. He'll launch one 3/4 away from the rim. Comes off no good, but the first half comes to an end, and LSU will take a 12-point lead into the halftime locker room. Quick start for the Tigers. The Bobcats.
I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana. We call it that boom. I'm from Louisiana.
led by as many as 18 in the first half, but credit the Bobcats. Been in these battles before, got some veteran players, battled back, cut the lead to 12, and that's where we are as we start the second half of action. Bobcats with the ball, attacking left to right on your dial. Vanderplas has it, short corner left side, backing in against Brandon Murray. Now we'll bring it back out, skip pass to Carter, right side, driving baseline, shut off there. Back outside to Roderick, sends it up top, Vanderplas, 6 on the shot clock, and a rainbow three is good. Vanderplas with his first long-range connection of the night. That'll make it 34-25.
You know, Ohio finished the half going 4 out of 5. LSU was 1 for their last 8. That was one of the reasons they got it to 12.
Reed working right side along the baseline, trying to back in against Vanderplas. Here's the jump hook. Won't go. A little too long. Rebound pulled down by Carter, off to Sears. Again with the right hand that time. Here's Vanderplas, another rain-making three, but doesn't draw iron or net. The air ball going to get the student section into this one early in the second half. Pinson going to try a three. It's going to be short off the iron. Carter takes it on the bounce for Ohio. Works it up in the front court. Feed it to Vanderplas, short corner left side. Trying to feed it out to Sears. Knocked free, but Sears got it back. Pass to the right wing. Miles Brown with a three-pointer. And now the Bobcats picking up where they left off, Coach. 3 big threes to finish the first half. 2 big threes to start the second half. And they have cut the lead to 6.
The penetration, open threes, the rotation and recovery is not quite as good as it was the first 12 or 14 minutes of the game.
Darius Days working against Carter. Trying to back down to the left block. Now he'll spin and leans in, and an offensive foul against Darius Days. Going to say hooked him, and we'll pick up the personal. That'll be the first on Darius. Team's first here in the second half. Maybe too much dribbling that time for Darius.
There's a little more ball movement, player movement. Pass the ball inside or drive it and get it to the paint.
Pinson going for a steal. There's a scrum on the floor. They'll say Sears got to it, and I believe called timeout. It won't be a held ball. I believe our official whistled that it would be possession to Sears. Really rushing a lot of shots. Got the Bobcats out of sync. They've been able to, again, I think, settle down here late in the first half and so far here in the second stanza.
You know, Ohio has settled down, started hitting some threes, which can change the complexion of a game quickly. And also, when Eason came out the first half, our offense kind of went a little stagnant.
Bobcats with the ball. Brown on the right wing, up to Sears. Get it to Vanderplas up top on the left side. Back to Brown, swing it right side, Carter. He'll put it on the floor, go in against Reed. We got a whistle and I believe a foul from the backside. They're going to whistle Efton Reed with a shot on the arm. Are they going to give that to Reed or Pinson? Going to be Reed picking up his third, team foul number 2 here in the second half.
I think it was really Pinson. If they were going to call a foul, it looked more like Pinson fouled him than Reed.
They initially, I believe, gave an indication of number 1 and 5, and then went back, said number 1. Pinson picks up his second. He and Reed both now with 2 fouls. Was on the floor. Bobcats get a jump shot from 12 from Carter. Won't go. Rebound to Reed. Off to Pinson. Long outlet pass in the front court to Wilkinson, right corner. Step back, deep three. Good! Mwani Wilkinson has the touch from downtown. That's his second 3 of the ball game, giving 6 points and a much-needed basket for LSU. It's 37-28 Tigers.
You know, after every game, Chris, Wilkinson is in here shooting after every home game on his 3-point shot. It sure paid off then.
Catch and shoot 3 by Vanderplas. Again, brings the rain and drains the net. 37-31 Vanderplas now. Starting to warm up. Coach Will Wade told the team in shoot-around today, this guy can shoot from anywhere on the floor. He'll put it up from the logo. That time about 25 feet out. Here's Wilkinson. Angle dribble in the lane. Spins. Puts up the jumper from 6. Won't go. Rebound cleared underneath by Ben Roderick for the Bobcats. Working it up into the front court. It's Miles Brown. Back to Roderick. He'll launch a 3. In and out. Won't stay down. Pinson with a weak side rebound. Xavier in the front court. 16:35 to go. Drives, touches paint, gets it to Days. He'll try a 3 off the front of the rim. Wilkinson battling for the rebound, but eventually coming up with it is Sears. Pushes ahead. Roderick, 3 right wing. Won't go. Weak side rebound to Days.
That's their 18% 3-point shooter. Shot back-to-back threes after one pass.
Murray driving baseline, went up with it, but the ball deflected out of bounds by Ben Roderick. It'll stay with LSU as substitutions come in. Eric Gaines and Tari Eason. Maybe there's the spark plug LSU needs, as Eason will bring the energy as he did in the first half. Alex Fudge also checking in as Pinson, Days, and Wilkinson get a breather.
Usually when that sub comes in at about the 4 or 5 minute mark, we'll always subs them in. A lot of times positive things happen when Eason and Gaines get in the game.
Gaines along the end line looking, gets it to Murray. He'll fire a quick three from the left corner, miss everything, into the hands of Vanderplas. Bobcats again happy to watch that shot not draw iron. They'll bring it back down, trailing 37-31. Down by as many as 18, they've cut it to 6. Vanderplas driving, angles down the right lane, had the ball come loose. Reed picks it up. The outlet low hits Gaines in the back. He wasn't ready for it. Bobcats will take it back. Here's Carter. Murray got his hand on the ball. It's stripped loose, picked out in the corner though. Roderick will keep it for the Bobcats. Sears now with it, 7 on the shot clock, guarded by Murray. Sears behind the back dribble, step back jumper from 18, won't go. Long rebound, Vanderplas has it, and a fresh 20 on the shot clock.
Third offensive rebound for Ohio.
Vanderplas, deep three is good. To say he's warming up doesn't do justice. He is on fire. Vanderplas now cuts the lead to 3, 37-34, and the Bobcat bench up cheering for the first time tonight.
It's almost a no-catch guy. You almost have to shade him and not let him get it. Looks like Ohio's gone to a kind of a matchup zone on LSU this possession.
Gaines works it around to Fudge out wide. Feed on the high post to Reed over his head. Picked up by Ben Roderick into the hands of Sears. Here's a chance to possibly tie with a three-point shot or cut the lead to 1. Carter driving. Left side, comes off the glass too hard, got his own rebound. Vanderplas puts it on the deck. Sends it left side to Carter, now in the corner. Sears steps back, left wing three. Won't stay down. Rebound Alex Fudge for LSU. Good look. Just couldn't get it to fall.
They've almost gone to treating the switching as a zone and skipping the ball cross court. The Ohio on the attack to the switching man-to-man defense of LSU.
Eason with an open look from the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Carter. Here comes Sears quickly in the front court. LSU back defensively. Get it to Vanderplas. Ball fake, steps up. His three on its way, and it's good, and we are tied at 37 all. Vanderplas taking over and doing it from 21, 22, 23 feet out. Timeout taken by the Tigers here. Can't say I blame them. With 13:58 to go in the ball game, they led by as many as 18. Side on the right block to Days. Goes up strong. His shot too hard, but he draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Well, that was a design play by Will Wade to get the ball inside to Darius Days on the post. Good execution. It's what LSU needed. Get some easy baskets around the goal or from the free throw line.
Days looking for point 10 on the night. First free throw on its way, and it's good. LSU 24-1 when Darius Days scores double figures going back to the start of last season. Vanderplas called for the foul, his second, team's first here in the second half. Days' second free throw comes up short. Vanderplas there to secure the rebound. 13:42 remaining in the game. 38-37 LSU leads by a single digit. Vanderplas in the corner, gives it up to Smock. They try to go back to Vanderplas. He's got it. Turnaround three, going to be an air ball. Eason was all over him. He just spun, put up the shot, missed badly. Rebound to Gaines. Gaines in the front court. In the lane, hangs in the air. Basket good, draws the foul. How about the hang time for Gaines?
He can make it happen now. He is an exciting player. On the other end, I like the Eason matchup that Coach Wade has put Eason on Vanderplas. That was a contested shot. He missed the whole goal, and LSU got something easy in the paint, in transition, back at the free throw line.
Gaines connects on the and one with a free throw. He has 7 points. 41-37 LSU. After the made free throw, here comes the pressure. Patent move by Will Wade and his Tigers. Sears going to work it up. Wilkinson meets him in the front court. Mwani, by the way, playing with 3 fouls. Now on the switch, Days on Sears. Sears hands it off Vanderplas, top of the key. Days on him. Miles Brown gives it off to Clayton. Quick shot from 3. Won't go. Rebound Tari Eason off to Pinson. Pinson quickly in the front court for LSU. 12:52 to go in the game. LSU leading 41-37. Days puts his head down, drives, right block over 2 defenders. Ball going to be stripped loose. Days slow to get up, down on the floor. Smock going to work it up for the Bobcats. Over to Sears, open for 3 left corner, no good. Rebound to Eason, and now time called as Days still on the floor. After it appeared he got scraped in the face on the strip on his shot attempt. Second time we've seen that this year. And quick
with Darius Days on the floor on the other end.
Will Wade expressing his unhappiness with the no call. LSU will have the ball. Wilkinson puts it in play. A little pressure here by Ohio. Smock going to pick up Gaines in the backcourt. He'll get it to Pinson. Throws across to Eason. Pinson driving. Floater in the lane. In and out. Won't go. Rebound fought for. Efton Reed on the floor. Eventually squirts out. Wilkinson has it. Has it taken away. Sears with the steal and a foul by Gaines at midcourt. As Sears had his head down, headed the other way.
It's a good shot by LSU. People that aren't watching it, certainly that was a good shot for Pinson to take. He was right in the paint. It's something Will Wade would want. Sometimes as a coach, you might can control who shoots it in from where, but you can't control if it goes in. But the quality of shot was certainly a good one.
Gaines picks up his first personal. That's team foul number 3 here in the second half. Officials asking for more moisture to be cleaned up in the lane the other way. Bodies were flying for the loose ball. LSU has on the floor Gaines, Efton Reed, Tari Eason, Xavier Pinson, and Mwani Wilkinson. Eason going without the headband tonight. He had it on earlier, but decided to leave it on the bench. 41-37 our score with 12:19 to go in this game. Looked like the Tigers were going to take the basketball, run away with it in the opening 10 minutes of the first half. But the Bobcats staying strong here on the road. Smock open for 3 left wing. Too long. Rebound comes back in the hands of Pinson for LSU.
Fortunate there as well, Chris. He was wide open on the left wing for another 3.
Eason wanted to drive against Vanderplas, but he took a stutter step traveling at the top of the key. Turnover going to give it back to Ohio with 11:58 to play and a timeout on the floor. 41-37. And the Chanticleers get the big win, 80-56. Ohio will have the basketball as we get back to action. 11:58 to go in the game. Sears going to work it up slowly with a high hip dribble into the front court. Picked up by Pinson. Sears on the attack. Left-handed dribble, left of the free throw line. Spins it back out, brings it on top. Looking for Carter. He'll pop out left of the arc. Eason on him. Eason knocks the ball free. Eason with the steal. Going to be fouled by Sears. Slowing down Eason at the midline stripe with 11:40 to go. Sears going to pick up his first. That's team foul number 4. And the Tigers will put it in play in front of the scorer's table.
Well, that's our guy Eason coming off the bench, making something happen. Another deflection, a steal. Gets fouled on the fast break. LSU's ball. Need a quality shot, something maybe at the rim before settling for a 3.
Both of these teams, one of their last 7 from the field. Murray driving down the right lane. Off balance shot. Won't go. Short of the rim. Rebound to Carter for Ohio. I think Murray was trying to draw contact there. Didn't get the whistle and left the shot short. Here's Sears spinning. Fade away. Now he'll pass to Carter. Carter right of the arc to Smock. Back to Sears. Pass to Vanderplas in the left corner. Pinson on him. Trying to feed it inside. There's Eason with a steal. Trying to throw ahead. Deflected, but got it to Gaines. Gaines had it stripped loose out of bounds on his way to the rack. It'll stay with LSU. There's Eason again. Defensive intensity forcing the turnover.
He's a spark. He's a good substitution. Good enough probably to be a starter, but I think he gives more to the team coming off the bench.
Here's Eason in the lane. Goes up. Floater won't go, but he draws the foul. Looks like that's going to go against Carter. He'll be whistled for his second personal. Team foul number 4. And to the line, the Tigers will go. Again, both teams having a hard time scoring here over the last 3+ minutes. Scoring drought for the Bobcats. Their last field goal 3 minutes, 8 seconds ago, and LSU hasn't scored a point in the last 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Eason will try to change it from the line. It's good.
LSU's one of their last 8 as well, and Ohio's one of their last 7.
42-37 after the made free throw by Eason. Efton Reed will check out. We'll see Darius Days check back on the floor. Days in double figures with 10 points tonight. Leading scorer in the contest, Vanderplas for Ohio, has 12, all coming from beyond the arc. Eason knocks down both free throws. He now has 9 points in tonight's game. Under 11 to go. Sears works it across the timeline. Pinson right there on him. Sears with a step, drives down the lane, goes up. Right-handed layup, left side is good. Nice move by Sears. Not very often do you see Pinson get beat on the dribble, but a great move by Sears to get to the lane and get to the goal.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He took maybe as good a defender as LSU has right to the rim.
Gaines working against Smock. Crossover. Pull-up jumper from 16. Will not fall. Rebound, though, underneath Days. With the putback, it's there. Just the 4th offensive rebound of the night for LSU, but it's a big one to make it 45-39 Fighting Tigers. Sears again working around the horn, left to right, gets it to Carter. Carter to Vanderplas, way up top left side. Now Sears has it between the rings. Crossover picked up by Pinson. Moves back to his right. Pinson has him all covered up. He'll flip the ball. Get it to Sam Towns. Extra pass Carter. His 3 too hard. Rebound Days. Get it off to Pinson. Long outlet Gaines in the front court. Ohio doing a good job tonight eliminating transition buckets for LSU. They got back defensively once again. LSU will run the half-court set here with 9:37 to go in the game. Gaines on the left wing working against Towns. Steps into the paint, spins at the logo, gets it out to Pinson. Pinson right to the free throw line. Keeps the dribble alive with 7 seconds. Tough angle on the bounce pass, trying to get it to Days. Carter jumps in the passing lane, takes it away. On the floor, he'll call for time and keep it for Ohio. Heads-up play by Jason Carter, the senior out of Johnstown, Ohio. Just anticipated that bounce pass, took it away, and then had the wherewithal to call.
Let's look at Ohio for a minute offensively. The only spurt they really had is when they just made some incredible shots. I mean, Vanderplas was making just incredible shots. Sears made a couple. They haven't made those shots lately. They've taken the same shots, but they hadn't gone into basket. Maybe that's to LSU's benefit.
Bobcats working it down. Sears. Tigers giving chase, and now we have a 10-second call. Murray creating all kinds of havoc in the backcourt. Sears by his lonesome could not get it across. And a great turnover, just what the doctor ordered. If you're Will Wade with 9:13 to play, you pick up. So initially ruled a 10-second violation. Not sure if they miscalculated what was on the clock. Again, they don't ever tell us radio guys, so we'll just have to guess. All we know is Ohio has the basketball.
Yeah, that was a strange sequence to say the least.
Sears between the rings, approaching 9 minutes remaining. Puts it on the deck, spins in the lane against Pinson. Left-handed jumper, rims out. Pinson with a rebound, going to be fouled by Sears, who got underneath Xavier as he came down with the board. Sears will pick up his second, team foul number 5. Tigers now do have the basketball with 8:55 to play.
And Sears was surprised that ball didn't go in, as was I, because he got right in front of the rim. It just didn't go in. A fortunate break for LSU. Now they need to make Ohio pay on the other end.
Yeah, it looked like it had plastic wrap. It was down the cylinder and just popped out. Here's Pinson working up top. Now finds Days just in front of the mid-circle. Now Eason. He knows how to drive. He does all the way down the right lane. Puts it off the window and in. That's what Tari Eason can get you most every time he has the ball in his hands. 47-39. LSU, tenacious defense in the backcourt. Bobcats beat it. Pass to Vanderplas in the left corner after breaking the pressure. Looking for Smock. They'll get it to Sears. Here's Carter. Step back 3, right corner, off the back of the rim, over the backboard. It'll be LSU ball. And again, John, to your point, Some of those key three-pointers to finish the first half to make it a 12-point LSU lead. They cut it to 6, cut it to 3, and eventually tied the game early here in the second half with the three-point shot. They're just not falling now for the Bobcats.
Yeah, they made some incredible shots. It wasn't like they were wide open. They had a couple. LSU was fortunate that they did miss, but they're not making those shots that they were when they tied the game.
Tigers up by 8, 47-39 here. In traffic, trying to hand it off to Wilkinson. Taken away by Tommy Smock, and the Bobcats force a turnover. Brown in the front court. Feed to Carter. Carter along the baseline, guarded by Days. Drives, passes into the corner. Holding on to it after almost losing it is Miles Brown. He'll get it to Sears. Sears in the lane. Over 3 defenders. The shot is blocked by Gaines from behind, out of bounds. Into the student section. It will stay with Ohio as we reach a timeout. 7:35 to go in this one. 40.
I'm from Louisiana. From Louisiana. We call it that boot. I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Louisiana.
At the free throw line, strong power dribble to the basket. Lays it off the glass right side. Much needed bucket there for the Bobcats. 47-41. They cut the Tiger lead to 6. 7:19 remaining. Darius Days looking in the lane, nothing there. Now he'll dribble to the right side, give it to Gaines. Gaines stutter step free throw line. Pass underneath. Afton Reed open, rattles the rim. 49-41. Great assist by Gaines. Great vision on the floor.
That was great vision. He saw that. I didn't see it, but when he rose up to get the shot fake, he saw him wide open. Gave up a pretty good shot for a better shot.
Sears hands it off. Vanderplas launches a 3. This one too long. Weak side rebound. Fought for. Darius Days comes out of the fray. Gets it to Gaines. Gaines will slow it up in the front court here with 6:39 to go. Guarded out top by Miles Brown, the junior out of Rochester, New York. Gaines hails from the state of Georgia. Working to his right, back to his left off the screen from Reed. Steps through and tries to bounce, pass it to Murray. He wanted backdoor cut. Gaines was throwing to the corner. It goes out of bounds. Turnover as Murray and Gaines both telling each other it was their bad.
Yeah, well, Murray felt the pressure, and you don't fight pressure and try to catch it. You back cut him. He back cut the pressure. He was open, but Gaines had already committed to throwing it to his outside hand.
Smock now going to work it down for Ohio. 6:17 to go in this game. It's an 8-point LSU lead. Gets it in the hands of Sears in the front court. Here's Vanderplas left wing. Gets by Reed. Goes to the baseline. Shut off there with help defense from Murray. Gets it back to Sears. Sears stops and pops. 6-footer air ball. Rebound, though, underneath to Clayton. And the outlet is going to be out of bounds. They'll say Wilkinson touched it last. It will stay with Ohio.
Great hustle by Milani Wilkinson. He deflected the ball, almost ran it down to save the ball from going out of bounds.
4 on the shot clock here for Ohio as Smock will enter the ball. Efton Reed, the 7-footer on him. They'll get it to Carter. Driving right baseline, up and under. Throws up the shot, won't go. Missed everything. Reed with a rebound, off to Gaines. LSU trying to build on an 8-point lead with under 6 to play in this one. Tigers leading the SEC in scoring margin with nearly 27 points. Here's an illegal screen out top by Efton Reed. The moving screen. Reed going to pick up his 3rd. Tigers now will go to the substitution, and a missed opportunity with the basketball and an 8-point lead.
Yeah, it was, and it was a good call. He didn't quite get set as a screener. The screener's got to be set. He can't lean or tilt. Efton wasn't quite there, and the official made the correct call.
This is the type pace of play that Ohio wants here. Here's Sears attacking down the lane. Shot block. Reed picks it up in the lane. Outlet at midcourt to Murray, then deflected by Smock out of bounds into the scorer's table. It will stay with LSU. I mentioned the scoring margin because LSU has dominated outside of really one game this year, and that's the win over Penn State in overtime last Friday night. They also lead the SEC in free throws as a team, shooting 79%. Tonight, however, LSU just haven't had as many opportunities as they would like. Again, shooting the ball well, 11 of 13. Reed, left post, steps through 2 defenders, puts up the shot, middle of the lane. It's good. Great feet exhibited once again by the 5-star freshman Efton Reed stays under control, and he puts LSU back on top by 10. Carter down the right lane. Pass in the left corner, and a three is good by A.J. Clayton, who knocks down his second triple of the night. He has 6. And again, keeps the Bobcats hanging around here with a 51-44 LSU lead. Reed again, working against Clayton. Spinning, facing the basket, jump hook with the right hand. This time it's good. 53-44, Efton Reed taking over in the last 2 possessions. He now has 8.
Well, LSU doing a smart play, throwing the ball inside, getting something at the rim, either make the basket or in a position to get fouled.
Sears down the lane, out to Carter, puts it on the floor, stops, baseline jumper from 10, won't go. Strong side rebound, Eason. Comes down the floor quickly, down the floor, lays it up. He gets the foul and the bucket, and one for Tari Eason, coast to coast for the sophomore. 55-44, Tigers by 11.
That's our guy. He makes something happen in a positive way. He can rebound it. He can defend it. He can block shots. He can get steals with his length. That time he showed his ball handling skills. Just drove it straight down the lane. Got fouled, dunked the ball, completed the basket. Got a chance for a 3-point play. Great individual effort.
Tari Eason, 13 points, 5 rebounds tonight. Has been that spark LSU has needed both in the first half and here in the second half. Trying for the and one, and it's good. Giving 14 points on the night. LSU back by 12, matches their halftime lead. 4:03 to go in the game. Sears into the front court, Vanderplas. Passes left side. Miles Brown brings it back on the dribble to Sears. Swing it right side, Vanderplas. Pass into the corner right side to Brown. Brown had the ball stripped loose by Pinson. Battle for it on the floor. Still battling for it. Still a scrum. And now Eason just takes it away. Eason down the floor. Stops at the free throw line. Had it knocked free. Dives for it underneath the basket. Gets it out to Pinson. Pinson. Short corner right side will find Murray out top. Feed it down inside. Here's Eason. Going to be fouled on the floor, and they'll count the bucket. Eason determined to get to the rim. That time his teammates realized it, went right back to him. Vanderplas commits the foul. He's up at 37. Tigers, by the way, after starting out slow from the field here in the second half, they've warmed up slightly. 6 of their last 6 field goals. Efton Reed and Tari Eason a big part of that. Eason at the line for the 1-and-1, and the first one goes through. He'll earn the second. And the officials seem to be a little out of sorts here. They were letting everybody play, and the officials were like, wait a minute, I think it's a 1-and-1. They get it all settled.
You know, if Eason makes this free throw, you know, we're right now we're 13 for 15 from the free throw line. Now we're 14. They made 1, so the difference in the game is 13. The difference in the free throws is 13. So I think that's a big stat for LSU, getting to the free throw line, not putting Ohio on the free throw line.
Eason makes it 58-44 as he puts in his 16th point of the night. Ohio now with 3 minutes, 13 seconds to work with. Deep 3 right corner. Ben Roderick, he's been trying all night, coach. 0 for 5 until just now, making 1 for 6. 58-47, Ohio trying to hang on. 2:56, here's a steal near midcourt. Roderick takes it away, goes in against Wilkinson, stops on the block, goes back up with a shot fake. Can't get it to go, but he draws the foul against Wilkinson, which will be his 4th personal, team foul number 5. Will put Ohio at the line. Roderick will have the honors. Again, 3 points tonight. Hit his first bucket a moment ago from downtown. This will be his first free throw attempts of the night. A 75% shooter through 6 games, and he misses this one. Rims out to the left. Wilkinson with that 4th foul will check out.
I would bet Ohio gets in there 1-2-1-1 or 1-2-2 full court pressure, trying to get LSU to maybe turn the ball over and get something easy.
Roderick hits 1 of 2. Makes it a 10-point lead, 58-48, with 2:48 to go. Eason and Pinson working in the backcourt. Pinson throws it across the Gaines, right side, in front of the Tiger bench. He'll bring it out of traffic up top, left to the midcircle. Going to be picked up by Ben Roderick. Gaines working with Pinson, Eason, Days, and Murray. Gaines whips a bounce pass from right to left side. There is Eason. Bends the rim, and it's 60-48. Tari Eason now with 18.
That's our two players that come off the bench and give LSU some spark. Gaines and Eason.
Gaines trying to keep a damper on Sears. Forces him to give the ball up. Here's Eason with the steal. Request for takeoff, and on his way, Vanderplas got him on the arm before Eason could get to the rim. 2:05 remaining, and Eason goes back to the line, where he is 6 of 7 tonight. Vanderplas picking up the foul. That is his 5th. And now Coach Jeff Bowles looks at the roster and will go to the bench. And it will be A.J. Clayton. So Vanderplas's night is done, and that's a big loss for the Bobcats down the stretch.
Huge.
12 points tonight. He's hit some big-time three-pointers. He is the second leading scorer on this team, but he is done. Eason at the line. First free throw is good. We talk about Tari Eason again coming off the bench. Nice to have a guy like Eason be your 6th or 7th man. When you look at what he's done so far this year, there's a lot of teams in a lot of big-time conferences that could use Tari Eason. Both free throws are good. Solid game tonight for the sophomore. That'll make it 62-48. Started out the season with back-to-back double-doubles to begin his career here at LSU. He was named the MVP last weekend in the Emerald Classic over in Niceville, Florida. And boy, he has been the MVP for LSU tonight, to say the least. Bobcats throw it across the top, get it in the front court to Carter. Now back to Sears. 1:53 to go in the game. Sears picked up by Pinson. Tough fadeaway jumper won't go. Great defense by Pinson on the ball. Rebound in the lane to Days, who'll give it to Xavier. And now with 1:43, LSU with the lead. And the rock. Sears trying to go for the steal. Pinson gets a step on him, goes in. Layup under control is good. Xavier Pinson with the bucket. All types of aggression from Sears, and Pinson said, I'm through with this. I'll just take it to the rack. 64-48. Pinson last season, 24-1. When their senior Darius Days reaches double figures. Looks to be moving that number to 25-1. 1:33 to go. Carter in the backcourt, tries to get it to Sears. Gaines with quick hands, almost had the steal. Sears gets it back. Now Pinson trying to take it away. Going to be whistled for the foul just as Sears crosses the timeline. That'll stop the clock with 1:25. That'll be team foul number 6, so the Bobcats will have to put it in play from side court.
It's amazing with 1:25 to go, Ohio hasn't gotten into the 1-and-1 or the bonus. Good defense by LSU without fouling. That is so important.
Here's a steal by Days. Deflected the pass. Pinson leading the break, goes up. Acrobatic lay-in won't go, and we got a whistle, and they'll say an offensive foul.
I'm not sure he wasn't inside the arc. Oh,
I'm going to say
he did it while he was
in
the air when he was going to the rim. I got you.
Got him with the arm extended.
I got you.
Yep.
Yeah,
watching the replay.
Yeah.
Got him on the shoulder there, trying to find some room. Pinson picks up his 3rd foul. That's team foul number 7. But on the offensive player foul, Bobcats will put it in play with 1:10. Sears hurriedly into the front court. 64-48, LSU with the lead. Carter sized to launch a 3. Too long off the back iron. Days keeps it alive in the hands of Efton Reed. Under a minute to go. 55 seconds and counting. LSU with the ball and the lead. Wilkinson under the basket. Comes up on the right side. Lay-in is good. Looked like he took a couple of steps there, but enough to stay under control. Wilkinson granted the bucket. He now has 8, and with 41 seconds, the Bobcats now beyond desperation mode. Sears, step back jumper. Efton Reed with the block. Efton picks up the loose ball, and with 30 seconds, Gaines will work it up into the front court. Nearly in the front court, but going to be taken away by Miles Brown. He'll get it off to Roderick. Open for the lay-in. It's good with 21 seconds. 16-point lead for LSU, 66-50. Gaines this time wasting little time to bring it across. Trying to call, I believe, for a timeout. Couldn't get the call, and the ball was slapped. And a foul going to be called against Miles Brown. Looked like Gaines was going to pick up the ball and call a timeout. But boy, Will Wade, I'm not sure was happy with Gaines stopping his dribble that far away and nearly another turnover. But as it stands, Miles Brown will pick up the foul. That will be just his first, team's 9th. It'll put Gaines at the line. Eric tonight 7 points on 2 of 7 shooting. He's a perfect 3 of 3 from the line with 4 rebounds and 5 assists. And this one can't get it to go. Bounces off the iron, no good. Again, LSU, after the miss on the 1-and-1, Garrett got the rebound, trying to bring it down. Murray going to foul him in the backcourt with 12 seconds. Not sure that's what the Tigers wanted. But that will be the team foul number 8, and we'll put Carter at the line. But after tonight, it'll be exam time for LSU basketball, as it will for all students here at LSU. Free throw by Carter is good to make it 66-51.
You know, LSU, they're 11 for 21 this half for 52%. 1 for 4 from the 3. They shot 14 threes the first half, 4 the second half. They shot it less and scored more because they got to the free throw line, and I think that was the key to the game, the second half.
Carter missed the second free throw. Reed with the rebound. Tigers will bring it into the front court, and the horn will sound, and this one's in the books. LSU moves to 8-0 on the season. Had their trouble